Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how However, what can easily happen is that naturally you start putting less on the top and you get a really thin layer. When it comes to scraping, it's not even. So, rule number one, use a piping bag to apply that second. Now, let's talk about the top for a second. The top you want nice and flat, especially if you're doing tiered cakes, because another cake's gonna go on top. So what I start to do is gently move the buttercream around the top of the cake and then position the palette knife at an angle and rotate. Now, what you don't want to do is the following. Apply loads of pressure so all this buttercream comes off. No, you're not taking off the buttercream at this point, you're simply smoothing it out. So, I'm going to put that back on, spread it out. Another reason to start with your palette knife and not with your side scraper, because if you go on just with your side scraper and there's no buttercream over the edge, I'll just do this area here, it's not catching on to that corner and you're not going to get those full corners that we want. So it's important to start with your palette knife first. Now I want to go around the sides of the cake because, like I said, you piped on that buttercream, there may be gaps and you're going to put air bubbles in. So what I don't want to ever see is someone doing this. No, no, no. It's a big no. There is one way. With the palette knife, the corners of buttercream started to come up, and that wouldn't have happened if I went on with the scraper first. Now, I'm gonna mess this cake up completely just to show you what happens if you do use the scraper wrong, okay? Firstly, I like calling it a smoother because you don't scrape off buttercream, you smooth it out. What a lot of people do is firstly, hold the scraper up at the top, which means you push in the top of the cake and go really hard around the cake. And what happens? You take all this buttercream off and start seeing the cake inside, and all your buttercream So to avoid that, you want to come onto the cake already slightly moving, turn however much you need, and then when you're ready to come off, glide off, like so. And that avoids that one line when you're coming off the cake. And this is how I usually finish off this outer coating. So I'll do it a few times. Come on, already turning, very gently with the scraper. And then off again. And the more you do it, the smoother the buttercream will be, and hopefully those small air bubbles will also go. However, of course there's a however, if you're working at your cake for too long, what can happen is the buttercream can start to solidify, especially if you've had your crumb coat in the freezer. So just bear that in mind, kind of know when to stop. Now, don't get me wrong, this takes practice. You're not gonna get it on your first turn. I've been doing this for about 10 years. So you have to remember that. But with these tricks, it will just help you that little bit more. So you've done the outside coating, you're happy with the smoothness, and now you want to tackle the top corners. Now, if you wanted to, you can place this in the freezer and cut off the corners like I show in my other videos. But if you want to take them off when the buttercream is soft, what you don't do is two of the following things. Firstly, come on like I do and continue to the other side. Because look what's happened. You've knocked that buttercream over the edge. And so you need to go back on with